Hello, this is Hilda. Hold on. Hi, this is Hilda from IKEA My Craft. Today we're gonna have a Wip Chat with a special guest. Guess who? Mickey. And I will give you an update of his health. At the same time, I'll be giving him 2 probiotics for him, okay? So I'm gonna point the camera to him so you will see how he's doing it, and then we talk back again. Hello, baby. Hello, my baby. You want this? You want a probiotic? I'm giving this to him. That is for his joint support, skin and coat, but it was helping him with his coat. But this is the last one, right? And I'm just giving here, baby. Hold on. God. Maybe I need to raise it a little bit. Sorry about this, guys. No, bonito de mommy. Here. And then I just got him this from Chewy.com, and I got him the one for allergies. This is for his digestive system. Yesterday I took the fluids to the vet, and today they gave me the results. I know you're gonna like that one. This is with duck flavor. Okay, here, baby. Here, let me cut it for you. Oh, this is soft. You're gonna like this. So he came out okay, no bacteria, no infection, but he has crystals. So he has been complaining the past 2 nights. I hardly slept because he has been complaining during the night about you want to see the people? You want to say hi? About pain? Here, baby. Come on. What? Hold on, baby. Oh, Gojito. Hold on. Don't go away. Here. Say hi to the ladies. You tell me how handsome you are. I know. You're camera shy, baby. Oh, look how he grabbed my hand. He's scared. Don't be scared, baby. You know I won't let you fall. I fall first before you fall. So he has some crystal. His pH came out 6.5. He's supposed to have 7. Before his pH was too high, so I was giving him a medication, bentoquinol, and a teaspoon a day. So now the doctor, we were talking, and the doctor told me to switch like every other day to give him 1 teaspoon. And I was thinking I'm gonna give him 1. My back is all twisted, just like my back it is. He's gonna, he told me also that I could give him half of a teaspoon. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do half of a teaspoon and every other day. So that's the status of day. I'm more calm. I got desperate because he's only 5 years old. There is no reason for him to having so much issues. And you love mommy. What you want? He's crazy trying to go to my legs. Hold on, baby. Let me put the towel, okay? Let me put the towel. No, it's like a fleece or blanket or something. And so I got desperate because he's only 5 years old. There is no reason for him to be so sick. And the other night he was having problems breathing. So you know how it's gonna be with me. And so this is it for the introduction. I know that some of you wanted to see my face. I made a ponytail because I haven't been able to cut my hair. So enjoy. In this Whip and Chat, I'm gonna follow up on the last one. This time I'm gonna tell you why I went to the Air Force. And as a matter of fact, I was one of the reasons, so you will know, is that I was victim of domestic violence on my first marriage. That was the main reason for me to go to the Air Force and the main reason for me to divorce him. So without further ado, I'm gonna stop for a moment, prepare everything, and we can see what I'm doing. See you in a moment. Okay guys, so we are here. I'm doing one of the GBFKE big hauls. I'm gonna post a video here where I got some for this time of the year, Lent, you know, and Holy Week. And I got this beautiful cross with the flower, and it's turning out so gorgeous. So let's see if I can talk on I can walk and chew gum at the same time. Yeah, my little fellow is underneath the table and he's in between my legs at the bottom part. He's a demanding fellow. But I'm so happy that he's okay. Sorry, I gotta drink some of my Diet Coke. And you know, the only thing is I have to have a more watchful eye on him, okay? And sometimes I won't be able to sleep, so probably my schedule of video is gonna be wacky. So having said that, well, let's continue. The last time we were talking about how I learned to say the word focus. With the focus, and after that there was a series of events that made me think, well, I gotta do something for myself. And so I went to take the test for the armed forces, and I was seeing that he was trying to get me, you know, very hooked on drugs. I'm not saying I didn't smoke the weed. I did smoke the weed, but he was kind of abusive on it. Not me, him. Because he will take me to these places to visit his brother and his friend, and all these people have these wild meetings or reunions or party, whatever you want to call it, because there was hardly any music. There was more weed and other drugs than anything else. So I have to make a decision about my life, and I didn't like it. So I took the armed forces test. I passed it so good that they immediately called me, and they asked me, practically back then they will ask you, when you take the ASVAB, they will ask you what branch of the forces you interested in. I was interested in the Air Force. So I took the test, and on February 14th, 1982, I swore in. That was my Valentine gift to him. So you can imagine his face when I told him, because he was trying, he knew I was mad at him, and I was going to try to leave him. So You know, why you do that? Well, anyway, I went to the Air Force. I passed my basic training, although I failed in one of the obstacle course, and I think that damaged a little bit my back, although I have supposedly congenital situation with my back, and that's why they didn't give me no disability. So while I was technical training in Laurier, what used to be Laurier Air Force Base, and I know it used to be because they turned it into a housing complex. So he used to send me roses every day, a dozen of roses for 40 days. He did. And but I want to pause over here because I'm being selfish. I'm talking about me, and I want to ask you about you. How you doing? You can comment anything down below about Mickey or what I'm talking to you about, or whether you have been a victim of domestic violence and what you do to get out of it. So I went to the Air Force. I had a series of incidents. I had a disc that slipped on my back, and then they found my scoliosis, and that was ground for discharge. So I have an honorable medical discharge, and I'm gonna post a picture how nice I look in the uniform, how pretty I was. Well, each age has its own beautiful thing. So it's not that I don't think I'm pretty now, but I was prettier back then. So they charged me, and from there it went downhill, because then he started abusing me psychologically, mentally. He told me I was worth nothing. Look what happened to me. They didn't even want me. Blah, 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 blah. All kinds of crap. But what really, I could get help for that. But what really kind of burst my bubble is one time in the apartment that we were living, the bathroom was the door directly with the living room. So you can see anyone who open and close the door, and you could see if somebody left the door open, you're gonna see the person naked or whatever. So when I got out of the bathroom, there was these guys on the coffee table, and the center table or whatever, and I saw some it looked like white powder on there. So I didn't like that. He's graduating to cocaine, that's what I thought. And he was I have to run quietly from the bathroom, because when I went to the bathroom, he didn't tell me anything that these people were coming. So I didn't took any clothes. I was planning to use my towel and changing in my bedroom. So then I see these guys in the coffee table. Thank God none of them saw me. So I wrapped myself. I was skinny back then, so very skinny, like about 110 pounds. And back then they will, a towel easily wrap around me. So I went, and then he went, my ex, he went to the bedroom, and he told me that I have to prepare dinner for them, and that there were some new friends, and be nice to them, but not nice, he didn't mean sexually. He meant, I have to be a good host. So I told him what the heck they were doing there, who they were, and what was that stuff on top of the table. He told me, well, there's some new friend. They just got out of jail. That was my first red flag. And they, one of them was there only 5 years. And that stuff on the table, you can sniff it out. I said, no, I'm not going to sniff it out. I had enough of your marijuana, you weed bullshit. So, because I was getting rebel at that point. So, it looked like he was pretty high or something, because he slammed me against the door. You're going to do blah, blah, what I said and whatever. He slammed me against the door, and I had this big black bruise on my, I remember it was my right arm. And I remember on the bus ride going to work, a lady, you know, sometimes you touch a person, hey, how you doing, whatever. And I went like this, and the lady told me, if you're going through some stuff, let me know. I said, no, that's okay. Back then, you know, I was kind of shy to ask help, even though I could have asked help, you know, for the other stuff. So, and I was working on East Orange Medical Center in New Jersey. I don't know if it still exists, in the medical and in the pharmacy department. And I used to read I was able to read the notes. Back then, everything was written, the prescription. So, and I had to enter in the computer correctly. You have to be very careful with that. And I had to enter in the computer, and then they come out with the label for the prescription. So that was a good job, and I didn't want to leave it. As a matter of fact, they were looking to pay me for my studies in pharmacy, if I wanted to become a pharmacist. But one night, in a discussion, I told him that was said, that I was going to leave him and that I was going back to Puerto Rico. And he said, no, you're not going to leave me, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to go out and find a gun. I'm going to empty it on you. The owner of the building was in the office at that moment, and he heard the whole thing. So he called me to his office, and he told me, you have a family member that can help you with the plane tickets to the island? I said, yeah, my father. And so he allowed me to use the phone to make a long distance call. And he told me, you can stay over here as long as you want. We're going to observe. If he comes with a gun, I call the police. And so I was able to call my father. He sent me the tickets immediately. And I left one day that he went to work. And I packed my stuff and I left. So that's how you have to do it sometimes. Even if you get threatened, you have to find somebody. Well, at this time, the guy found me because he was the one who heard the whole commotion. And he was the one who offered me the phone and stay in the office until, you know, things will come down. That night I couldn't sleep because I didn't know what the hell he was going to do. So he came back without the gun and anything. He just was kind of, I caught him on his bluff. And then I ended up sleeping on the living room instead of him. I told him I wasn't going to sleep with him no more. So, and once I went to Puerto Rico, blah, 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 he went over there, he tried to apologize and stuff like that. But once they do it once, they're going to keep on doing it again. So you might as well, you know, you love him, blah blah, you have all these memories and all this stuff. You know, he was a high school sweetheart, but you cannot expose your life like that. I've thought about my life. I don't have kids, and I didn't have kids by then either. So even if I had kids, I would have made the same decision, because that's a bad example for your kids. I'm sorry, you know, if you think I'm being noisy or whatever, but that's my best advice. So, you know, that was part of the lie on my life, that it was kind of sad. So I have to reconstruct my life back in the island. That's when I went to the university and, you know, blah, 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 blah. So I don't see... And that was back then. That was in the early 80s. And I don't see why. I understand they're thinking about their kids without a father. But what you rather have? A kid without a father, and you raise it with good values and moral, than have a father or mother, because it could be either way, that is abusive and is teaching that kid to be abusive in the future. So no, I said no. So I went back to the island, and then, you know, the rest is thing. But when I was in the Air Force, you know, it was kind of, I have a few things funny to happen. When I got there, the commander of the base, 52nd Spandalen Air Base, that was where it used to be West Germany, when the Germany was still divided, and this is during the Cold War. Oh my God. Boom. I gotta tell you why my situation with my accent. Because I didn't used to be. I was way improving very much, including, you know, fellow people in Puerto Rico telling me, you have this American accent. I said, no, I don't. And but the problem is, that's why you cannot judge anybody, especially the people that comes to this country looking for a better life. Because the problem was, my husband had a condition in his brain. He needed to have this surgery because he's about to lose his memory, not even recognizing his mother. Rest in peace, because she died of COVID last year. And he has to do brain surgery for a better quality of life. So, and thanks God he had it. But that affected him, his short-term memory. Hence, he couldn't learn the language. So, but he had a few jobs, and the latest one was, there was a job with this Christian organization, and they discriminated him. I said, well, let's move on. They're not so much Christian. So right now he's working for this retail company, and thanks God he's doing great. You know, he hasn't had an event since then. He's gonna be, what, 18 years since his brain surgery on July 7. So that's why you cannot judge. You know, you gotta give them a chance to learn, because he tried to learn while he was having his seizures, because he was epileptic, and he was trying to learn. He went to school, but sometimes the school would come in, listen, come on, pick up your husband, because he had this seizure and he fall asleep like 18, 20, 24 hours. I have to check on him. So, but I used to have a good job with the federal government as an auditor of Medicare and Medicaid, and I was doing great. But then we moved to South Carolina. We lost our home because I didn't want to travel that much, so I was looking for a job that I didn't have to travel. And but things went south, and then I work in continue working on healthcare. I became a certified professional coder, but in 2018 I have to leave the job because I was having too much pain on my back. I was having problem with my kidneys. A year before that, they have to do a partial nephrectomy, so I have to go. That's okay, baby. That's okay. He's crawling to the car, and I have to quit because I'm not the type of person to be absent, and I have to quit. And then I consulted with some lawyers and told them, because a year before that I had a partial nephrectomy. They had to cut part of my right kidney because a kidney stone was blocking it, plus I had a cyst, which went to pathology, and thank God it came out negative for cancer. But since then, well, since I had to speak Spanish all the time at home, that's why I fumble the English all the time. That's why, boo! I look like a what? A turkey? Boo! So that's part of the story. I know it's part sad story, but I just want to encourage to anyone who is suffering abuse at home, especially in this time of the pandemic, to don't give up and think about yourself and your kids. Forget about the man. He's abusive, period. Doesn't matter how many times he asks you to forgive him, he's going to keep on doing it. He's ask you to forgive him, and he looks for help, and he's changed his behavior. That's fine. That's great. But if he does it again, you might as well forget about it, sweetie. Forget about it. Okay? And, well, let's move on. So, what else you wanna... I don't want to talk about myself all the time on this Cheat and Chat. I'm gonna do a stitch and talk, but I probably stitch, talk a little bit, not much, and let you do the talking. I wish I could do it live, but I don't know. I cannot be looking at the screen all the time. And besides, I like to get ahead. So this is a quick, practically Wip and Chat about Mickey. I want to thank everybody who thought about him and keep him on his prayers, because you know he had that crystal problem that can turn into kidney stones, and you know how small he is and his kidneys, and he might you know, if he get kidney stone, he's gonna have a painful life. And believe me, I don't want to make that decision about to put him to sleep. No. Nope, 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 no. So I hope doesn't come to that. That's what I'm taking all the precautions that I can. No food from the table. I see these people giving pizzas to the dog. I know if the dog is on the last day, you want to please him, that's okay. But if you want your baby, your fur baby to last, please don't do that. And you're killing your dog, practically. You are killing your fur baby. And no, that's not right. Ah, baby. Oh, he's sleeping. He's with his chin on my leg and then looking outside to see if the car is coming on. So, thank you for watching. I hope that has that part of my life that I just told you encourage women about, you know, doing for herself and their kids. And because I know there's some old school woman, and you cannot be old school on that one. You gotta think about yourself, because if he kills you, what's gonna happen to your kids? Tell me, what's gonna happen to your kids? And if he kills you and your kid, like has happened, what's the use? Leave him. Start a new life. You didn't study, didn't have, well, there's plenty of help over there to get a skill. So that's not a freaking excuse. I'm sorry. But I know that each situation is different, but you gotta think about yourself and your kids. You cannot let that man or woman abuse you, mentally and physically. Because remember, he threw me out against, because my arm ended up in the doorknob. So you can imagine. So thank you for watching. This is a gorgeous thing. I'm trying to do all the Lent and Eastern diamond paintings, and the next one is going to be a stitch and talk. I'm going to talk, but I'm just going to talk a little bit because I'm not giving any tutorials so on that. But I'm gonna try a technique, something that I saw the other night, and I let you know with the DPs, because I'm gonna try to do various DP at the same time. But how I'm gonna do it, I'll let you know if it works out or not. I'll let you know either way. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your prayers, and you know, keep him on the prayers. And my baby's everything to me, and you know, he's a good boy, right? You good boy there, mommy? You good boy there, mommy? You wanna come over here? You good boy there, mommy? You wanna say goodbye? You want to say goodbye? Yeah, goodbye, goodbye. Oh, look at me. I'm moving my... Here. Say goodbye to them. Come on. Okay, let me move the camera. Here. Say goodbye to them, okay? Say hi. Thank you for praying for me. Oh, you camera shy. You're my baby. It's okay, baby. I know you get pissed every time they sound the horn. So have a wonderful day. Oh, your kisses. You're so lovable. He's always kissing me. I love him very much. Thank you for praying for me, ladies. I'm a good boy. Thank you for watching, mommy. Have a wonderful day, and love and peace. There he goes. That's his needle. That's his, how you say, his nest. Okay, thank you again. Have a wonderful day, okay?